Nintendo caught everybody by surprise by announcing the new 2DS XL. It's the latest addition into the 3DS/2DS family. Does that mean Nintendo is going to continue to support the 3DS line for a very long time? Maybe. Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Izzy. What the shit is this? Windows, I do not want to update right now. I'm in the middle of a thing. Most people reported that when they saw the video for the new 2DS XL, that's kind of a mouthful. They thought it was a joke. They thought it was one of those fan renders that pop up every now and again. A few years ago we had the Nintendo On, which was supposed to be some kind of virtual reality thing that ended up being, well, it ended up being nothing because it was just a fan mock-up. We got the Wii instead of that. But yeah, these things happen. Every now and again, this apparently new Nintendo console pops up, this slick new video. It's just a fan thing. But no, it's actually made by Nintendo. It's coming out very soon. I had to double check. July 28th. It's when it comes out in the States for $149.99, $150. This is kind of an interesting development because with the Switch having just come out, I think we didn't expect a new 2DS, 3DS, one of these new consoles. I personally did not expect that at all. A lot of people were. There's this discussion going on as to how long Nintendo will continue to support these portables now that the Switch is in play. The lights, I'm getting blown out here. Wait a second. The lights are too much. Here we go. How about that? Is that a little bit better? So this is an interesting development. The system is actually pretty good looking in my opinion. It's pretty slick. It has the new internals of the new 3DS XL, but a better price. Doesn't have the 3D gimmick, and yes, it's always been a gimmick. I think most 3DS owners will tell you that they play for the most part with the 3DS, with the 3D effect off. Now, what does it say about the life of the 2DS/3DS? That system. I always have to refer to both because they're kind of the same thing, except that one has the 3D and the other doesn't. Nintendo has done something like that in the past with the Game Boy Micro that came out after the 2DS was already a thing, and it didn't really prolong the life of the Game Boy Advance. It was kind of an odd system to put out, and it was pretty short-lived. Same thing happened with the Wii Mini. It was also a cheaper revision of the Wii, kind of like what this is, and it didn't really extend the lifespan of the Wii. So it's hard to conclude what exactly is the point of this. Some people have started theorizing that this is why the NES Classic Edition, the NES Mini, was discontinued. Maybe because Nintendo's busy with this now. Could be. I probably would buy this if I didn't already have two 3DSs that I don't use. The 3DS was something I bought because I'm a big Nintendo fanboy, and I've always been a big fan of their portables. I've shown you here before. I have a big collection of them, but I never really played them that much. I'm not a fan of the library. There's really nothing there for me, and even the games that came out that I was interested in, they never caught my attention for very long. But this is a very interesting new development. It remains to be seen whether Nintendo is going to pull an NES Classic Edition and ship 200 of these out for the entire planet. So don't get your hopes up thinking that this is going to be your new Nintendo console. If you're thinking, if this is going to be like you can't find the Switch and the NES Mini is gone, so this is going to be the next best thing for you to have, temper your expectations. Expect lineups for this thing. I would say if recent Nintendo history is anything to go by, you're not going to be seeing too many of those in stores. I hope I'm wrong. I'm going to be very glad if I'm wrong, but you know, it's Nintendo. It's tempting to say this of every console revision because they tend to improve on the design and the internals and all those things. But I want to say that this, I feel, more than a lot of the other console revisions, is what the 3DS should have been from the get-go. I think they should never have gone with the 3DS, the 3D gimmick. I think it didn't work on televisions. It's, in my opinion, it's annoying in theaters, and I don't want that on a portable system. It didn't work on cell phones. Remember, cell phones had that for like 2 seconds. 3D screens didn't pan out so well either. So at this price point, with this massive DS and 3DS library, without the 3D gimmick that you turn it off anyway, a really slick design, a second sort of analog stick. I know the C stick is, you know, it's the C stick, but it's better than not having anything on that side. So yeah, of course it's impossible to come out with great hardware right out of the gate like that, so it takes a few iterations for us to get to this, but yeah, that's pretty cool. What do you think? Are you gonna buy a new 2DS XL? if you can find one, let me know in the comments. I'm very curious. Because that's the thing, when this thing came out and I saw the videos, I really didn't know what, I was very curious what the internet would make of it. I don't know, I wasn't sure if people would get really excited for this new system with all these the improvements and the cheaper price point and all that. Massive library, no 3D gimmick that really nobody cares. Or it could have gone the other way. It could have been people like, no, you guys burn me on the Switch with the launch. There's not that many games. It's hard to find. And then the NES Classic too. Like, Nintendo has left people with a bitter taste in their mouths, I think, with their latest business decisions. So I was wondering if people would receive this and be excited with the news and want to buy it, or if they'd say, you know, Nintendo, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But I'm noticing more excitement about this thing than that cynical, like, yeah, no, I've seen this before, I'm not buying it. Literally. But yeah, as I said, let me know in the comments below, and that's all the time I have for today. I'll see you next time.